Hello everyone, Hector Mendoza here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to sketch a property in Xactimate using Sketch AR on an iPhone with LiDAR. So in Xactimate Professional, I'm creating a new project, and right now I'm naming it. Then I'm going to go to inspection, go to estimate, click on sketch. Then on the right hand side, I'm going to click on the rooms. Next to my room icon, there's an icon that has Sketch AR. So I clicked on that and then told it to create an interior room. The first thing you have to do is you have to click on the floor. Then you click on each wall. So depending upon how many walls it is, you're going to be just clicking on each wall. What you can do is you can click on the that square, or you can click on that circle thing right next to the wall. You can either click there, or you can just click that square box, and you'll see it. Once you click on it, you'll see that it'll say wall 3, wall 4, or whatever. So you're going to continue doing this until you hit all the walls. For this sketch, I click on flat because this is a flat roof. Then once you hit flat, you'll move that yellow line to the top, and then you just hit the right arrow. So now that shows you the ceiling and the floor. So if you notice, it automatically goes to auto capture. I physically go in and click on doors, because you have the option of do auto capture or click on doors, walls, or ceiling. I manually like doing that. So you click on doors. You can click on the bottom left corner and go cater corner to the upper left top corner, or you could do, it doesn't matter which way you do it. Here I click bottom left, go into the top right, and then you just click, and then it accepts it. So what I like doing is I like doing all my doors, but on this one I skip the door so you can see that you can go back to it. So one good thing about this, look, if you notice that I'm going to left click, now I have to go around all of these objects. It's so cool, man, because you can go around objects and get close to the window and create it. So you see, it did a real good job. Now I'm going to continue doing my windows. In a minute, you'll notice that there's going to be an icon, two icons in the middle of the windows. One of them is a trash can, and one of them is a duplicating icon. In other words, you could create the window, duplicate it, and paste it right in the same area if all the windows are good. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. This is as fast for me. That other way kind of sometimes looks weird. This way it's real easy. So once I do my windows, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna look around the room, and you know, I intentionally missed the door so you can see that you want to scan the whole room. You see, I already knew, but for this purpose, I pretended like I missed the door. So I'll click on door. Then it doesn't matter if you start on the upper left hand corner or the bottom right hand corner. You click on it. Now I'm going to scan my whole room to make sure that I didn't miss nothing. You notice here's a missing wall. Now you could do auto scan, or you can just click on missing wall. Like I say, I love doing everything by hand. This way you're accurate. Once you're done with this, then uh, you're going to uh, click done. Once you click done, you have the option of typing, or you can verbally, by using that voice icon, you can just tell it what the name of the room is. Once you're done scanning everything, you're gonna hit done. Then what you have to do is it's gonna ask you where you're going next. So you tell the plus sign the next room that you're gonna do. First you do the floor, okay? Now you're going to do the walls, okay? So you click on the first one, click on the second one, and I'm just scanning around so you can see what I'm doing. But the way I'm doing it here is a lot, it takes a lot, it's taking a lot longer than it would if I was just there. So I'm going to click on flat. I'm going to move that red line to the top till I get it to the upper right hand corner, and then I'm going to hit that arrow. Then as you see, it tries to do an auto scan. We're not going to do auto scan. You can. I like being real accurate. So I click on door. I'm clicking on the bottom left hand corner, going up to the right hand corner, and just click. And you're not clicking holding, you're just clicking and you're moving the mouse. It's not like click and drag. You just click, you move up, and then you click again. So I'm scanning, then here's a window. So I'll click on window, click from left to right. Then I got that door. And now I got a missing wall. So I'm going to click on missing wall, left click, drag out to the right, click, and then I'm going to scan the room to make sure that I got all the doors and windows, and then I'm going to hit done. I'm going to verbally tell it what the name of this room is. Once we do that, then we have to tell the Xactimate what is the next room. Actually, we have to tell it what room we entered. Now we're going to click on the plus sign of the next room that we're going to go to. So I hit the plus sign, and now you know you're going to click on the floor. Okay, you click on the floor, click on the wall. I always like using the wall that I entered from. You don't have to, but that's just the way I always do it. So now we're going to click on the second wall. We're going to go to the corner of the opposite side. We're going to click there, and you try to keep your iPhone straight as much as possible. Now I'm kind of moving it around a lot. I usually don't do it that much. I don't zoom in, zoom out. I'm just doing that to show y'all how to do this. If you notice, I try to keep my phone straight, and I try to keep it in the center of the wall if I can. You know, so sometimes you can't, because you know the door or missing wall is real huge. So now I click one more wall, and then I'm going to click on the arrow. You see that check mark? And then I click on flat, because it's a flat ceiling. There's other kinds of ceilings that you can use. I'm going to have videos that explain all of this. So now I'm going to hit my blue arrow. Now I'm going to start drawing all my doors. Again, left click. I just click. I don't hold it. Right click. I do that to all the doors. This really goes a lot faster than this, but I knew that I had to do this slow so that I could narrate what I'm talking, and it's hard to do that if I usually move as fast as I usually do. This is actually going pretty fast, but when I'm out there, this is a much faster because I'm not showing y'all what I'm doing. I just do it. Click, drag, click, 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 and like I timed this whole property. Me and this guy took us 15 minutes to do it, and that was with me and him talking. So if I'm by myself, then I could probably do it in 12 minutes. And you're gonna notice that we're gonna do the cabinetry. One thing I didn't do here was that once I do my cabinetry, I do that auto scan, and I actually put in the refrigerators, the stoves, and all the accessories, you know, the appliances. That's to let me know what I can charge. You know, I might have to detach and reset or pay, like when I'm doing flood, I might pay for the refrigerator. And it's nice to have all of those things there as a reminder. There's going to be a missing wall here that we're going to left click, go up to the top, and then I'm going to scan the room to make sure that I got all the doors. And that is important to do that. And I'm not just doing that to show y'all. I actually do it over, you know, I make sure that nothing's missing. You want to get this thing right the first time. Now, you see how all those auto cabinetries, you don't want to do auto because like this cabinet that you look in there, it would have drawn one big box, and as you see, that's one cabinet, and then that's a short cabinet. This is a taller cabinet. When you use auto, it just creates one big cabinet, and I'm very anal in what I do. So I like doing my cabinet this way. So the first thing that I do, I click on face, because that face, when you click on face and you point at the cabinet that you're going to draw, when you click on face, it gives it the depth of the cabinet. So I did that whole thing because there's a microwave in the middle, but that's really the cabinet is that long. Whenever you have corner cabinets, you're going to have some problems, but all I'm going to do is delete that cabinet and then manually put a corner cabinet, and I'll show y'all that once I'm done with this part. Remember, this goes a lot faster than what you're seeing, but guys, I've been training people in Xactimate for a bunch of years. You know, when I train people how to use this thing, I turn them into real good adjusters real fast. I love what they did with Xactimate. Unfortunately, it's been a long time that I haven't created these videos because I'm always busy. If y'all notice, I got over 450 videos. But it's not, I mean, that's not what takes a long time, is that I'm always training somebody or learning different techniques. And because I teach about 15 programs. Now, I don't put them all on YouTube, but I'm always constantly learning new things. If you notice, there was a cabinet on the left. I didn't create one big cabinet because those are two different cabinets. So, you know, you want to pay for two cabinets, not one. And then, you know, now it would be one marble countertop, but you do have two cabinets there. And then you're not going to take out the space of the cabinets behind the area that it's not there. So now I'm scanning for everything to make sure that I didn't miss nothing, which I did because I normally would have put the refrigerator and the stove. You're going to hit that arrow, then you're going to click on the name.
Sorry about
You
this.
can
There's
type
an
it, or
audio
you can
in the back of
actually
it that I
just
didn't
speak,
turn off.
and it,
I didn't, type it for you.
I was actually talking while I was. Now you're gonna
Video
tell
and
it
everything,
where
and
you
I
came
forgot to
in
turn off this
in
audio, so
wall.
sorry
So
about that.
It would be a room
I'll
number
turn it off
4, and then it places it in
later,
there.
but right now you're
So
listening
now
to this
I'm
audio.
gonna hit the plus sign in the room that I want to enter. So in a minute I'll show you how to do a closet. So some of these bathrooms are small, so it's kind of tight whenever you're doing this. I always close the door. You can hit the window or the door because technically that door is parallel to the wall. So you try to get the center of the room if you can. Now I'm kind of going over this real fast, but anytime y'all train by me, then when we do one-on-one, I'd really take my time, and all the trainees that I train, they really get it, because I can, at that point, I can watch their fingers and see if they're doing it correctly, and so they a lot of my trainees become real good adjusters. you know uh, some of them tell me they were only making about 10, 15, 20,000 a month. So some of them get up there. Actually, I know some of them that have done what I'm doing. Some of them are making $100,000 a month. Now you have to get a good. It's going to be hard to do that if you're working with some of the carriers. I don't want to insult them, so I won't tell you which ones they are. But there are some that really pay real good money. The fee schedules are good. Now, you do have to have a lot of experience, or you have to know what you're doing, because when you're at that level, uh, they can't hold your hands. So you got to know what you're doing, because you're kind of doing some high-end insurance. All right, I guess it must have stopped record. I guess I stopped talking on that, so now I can continue talking again. So now we're finishing this rooms. In a minute, I'm going to show you how you do your closets. The example I'm about to show you, it's actually going to be a water heater room, but it's similar to a closet. So it might be a little hard to explain, and I will have videos that will explain only a closet. 'Cause then at that point, I'll spend about 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe even 20 minutes explaining how to do it, because it is a little tricky. So if you notice, I use auto whenever I'm doing a toilet, because I just need a placement there to let me know that there was a toilet. Because not you might have a bathroom that only has a sink. You might have a bathroom that has a toilet and with no sink. So I like putting everything that's there. So I'm naming it. So now I'm going to hit the plus sign where the that little water heater is. I'm going to click on closet, because it's basically the size of a closet. It's hard to get to. That's what's real good about using closet. So the first thing you have to do is you click on the floor. Then you're going to click on the wall that has the door, and I'm clicking on the door, but that's actually the wall, okay? And you can click on the wall, or you can click on the door. It's the same thing. Now it's going to ask you to click the door size. You're going to left click. When you're doing
Oh, got it.
a
Okay,
closet
I'll go again.
or let's
Listen
say a
to what I'm gonna
utility
say.
room, it's a little tricky. And so if you see that purple thing, that's just your door. Don't think that's your openings, okay? So if you left click on that arrow, then once you release it, you'll see the measurement. And sometimes you might have to measure the sides. Most of the time, it's actually, if you got a room to your right and a room to the left, it'll fill it in for you. And the only thing it really doesn't know too much is the depth. So that's the one you have to move a little bit. You know, you can see on the corners if the depth and the height is okay. So you know, it takes that this does take a little practice, and but once you get it, it's really easy to do this. So and like I said, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna have a different video for this. So I'll have a video for just cabinetry. I'll have a video for closets. Uh, you know, I'll have a video for you know the ceiling, how to do the ceiling, because there's going to be different kinds of ceilings. So I'll go over all of that. So now I did all the rooms, and now you can see the sketch. So now the next thing I'm going to do is first I didn't name that room, so I'm naming it. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to click on each room. I'm going to click on the photo icon, and now I speed up the video, that way you know this video doesn't become long. I'm taking pictures. Once I bring this into Xactimate, where we can make alterations, then I'm going to show you where the photographs go. So you don't, the labeling is going to be real nice, because if you follow my instructions on whenever you do an estimate, you want to merge a tree. That way, whenever you're presenting this to your examiners, they're gonna like it, because you're actually using what they like. They love a tree, and you're gonna do the estimate based on the tree. So what I'm doing right now, I'm clicking on the rooms and taking pictures of, you know, as if I was there. Now, of course, I would take more rooms. This is just an example, and not just that, but if I was in the field, this photos would be real nice, because I have an attachment that lights up the whole room. I attach my my iPhone to it, and so everything looks real nice. Okay, so in the next photo, I'm going to just show you that there was a couple of rooms that I couldn't get into in this property, so I clicked on them so that I can show you which rooms we're going to create, and it's going to take seconds to create that, because we're going to know exactly what size those rooms are going to be. And like I said, you'll know what I'm talking about once I show you the last part of it, and that's when we go into Xactimate and show you the final outcome. All right, so taking those last photos, all I'm doing is clicking on the estimate, and then I click on the room. I take the photographs. Now, see, I clicked on that icon that for this room. Now I'm taking the pictures, and we're almost done. Guys, I'm telling you, this whole house with the pictures and the cabinetry, and every window and door only takes less than 15 minutes. Now, these are the two rooms that I was well, did I? There they are. That closet and that closet, I didn't have access to, but I'm going to show you how to. So from my iPad, I uploaded the project to the cloud, and here's the project. So I'm going to download it. Then I'm going to go to my local drive, and you can see right here that it's still downloading. Here it is right here. Once it's done, we'll go ahead and open it up. It's ready to go. So now I'm going to double click, open it up. We're going to go directly to Sketch. Remember, we didn't fill nothing out. This is just a example. So oops, so let's go to, close that, go to Sketch, Control K. I don't need that part. Okay, so here it is. Control plus, excuse me, Control minus. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and not show labels. Oh, wrong command. Sorry about that. Control K, Shift L to take the labels out. Okay, so this is what it did. If you notice, this actually really this is what it looks like, because I've been inside this property a bunch of times. Now, we talked earlier that there was two rooms that I couldn't get to because the doors were locked. This is one of them right here. This one right here. Okay, so because everything was drawn properly and everything stitched together, so a lot of people tell me that they have problems stitching, or that it doesn't stitch properly. You gotta take your time. You gotta do it right. If you do all of that, you're not gonna have a problem. Yeah, sometimes you might, sometimes you might not. So if you notice that there was a double door, because the doors were more than 4-1, it automatically created a double door. Same thing here, here, and here. Okay, so Xactimate knew. Okay, so here, this room we couldn't sketch. So if I click on this wall, first if I hold the Control key, if I click here, grab this little white box, left click, drag to the left, it creates a new room. Let's hit labels. Shift L will get me my labels. This is we're gonna call it, I think it's a storage closet. Okay, then we had another closet here that I couldn't get to, but that's simple also. I click here, hold my Control key, left click, drag to the left, and then we're going to call this, I would just call K for kitchen closet. And there it is, guys. That's all there is to it. Everything else is drawn. And here's that thing that we drew right here. Oh, actually, I didn't show y'all that, but let me just delete that, because I was going to show this in a different video. So I actually drew some lines here, but so I'm going to remove those. Okay, now let's take out the labels, and then so we're going to hit 3, gives us 3D. That way you can see the outcome. Here, I'm going to hit Shift Enter to get more canvas. click out of there, hit shift minus 3 for 3D, and there is the finished product. Okay, this is exactly what that thing looks like. I've done the measurements, and I manually measured it, and it is real accurate. Okay, so, and there's your cabinets. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let me go to view. I'm gonna go to layers. I'm gonna turn off the walls. I'm gonna hide them so you can see what the cabinetry looks like. So 3D, and there's all your cabinetries. So let me turn that stuff back on. So layers, walls, show. Remember, we had a cabinet on the right hand corner that I told you wasn't going to draw right. So there it is right there. This one should be a corner cabinet. So all we would have to do is go in here, click there. Okay, so if I go into my options, go to, oh, actually it's going to be under my tools. Sorry about that. Tools, blocks. We're going to go to upper corner cabinet. Okay, so here, there it is. Look, cabinet corner upper, and I'm going to flip it around this way. Okay, I'm going to click here, and then I'm just going to squeeze that guy in there, and that's exactly where it was. Okay, so now let's kind of, okay, so if I hit 3D, and that is what that upper cabinet would have looked like, except, you know, this is bigger than that one there. I'm smaller, right? Which is no big deal. You can, you know, you can enlarge that. So what's this? Escape. So the upper cabinet here is 3 feet tall. If I hit this one, change it to 3 feet. Let's see how close that is, and there it is. You know, for, in a way, it drew this a little big. Oh no, the windows are down, so that's correct. But you can make it perfect, but when you're out there in the field and you're doing a bunch of big claims, if you're off an inch, I don't think Xactimate's, when you're getting your level 3 certification, it tells you can be off an inch. So we're good here. That probably was off about a half an inch, but overall it does a real good job. All right, guys, so I did do this pretty fast. Not fast, but I had to do a lot of stuff, so it took longer because I was moving around, so y'all can see basically what my actions would be, like scanning the room and things of that nature. So I'm going to have a bunch of videos that will show, for instance, what I'll do is I will go in and shift, oh, excuse me, give me a second here. I'll go in here and create the living room or the game room in detail, because there's remember, you can do the auto and then you can do the manual. One thing I didn't show you about the manual is that you can create the window and you can modify. So let's say you made it too big or too small. I'm going to show y'all how to modify that. Equally, when you're doing the auto, you can click on auto and modify it. So what I'll do is I will do this room, and and I will show you how to do that. I'll show you how to manually modify those things. So watch my other videos. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.